Hey buddy, welcome back to the channel and to the wonderful world of Warships. So today I was thinking about taking a little break from all my Henry 4 videos that I have showcased the last couple of weeks on the channel and backtrack a little bit, showcasing the two ships that I grinded before the Henri. So this is the tier 8 French cruiser, the Charles Martell. Now Charles Martell, of course, being a tier 8 cruiser, is missing a key opponent, and that is the heel, of course, just as same as all the other tier 8 premium ships pretty much. And that is pretty much the biggest difference, besides some gun range and some HP pool, of course. So you have to play this ship a bit more cautiously, because of course every damage you take will be permanent, so you don't have a chance to heal anything back like you do in the tier 9 Saint Louis or the tier 10 Henri. But at the same time, I would probably say that the Charles Martell is actually one of the most durable and powerful tier 8 silver cruisers. And that is because it shares the same functions and flares like its bigger brothers or bigger sisters, the tier 9 and 10 ship. And that is, of course, the French speed boost and the French main armament reload booster. So you could pretty much play this ship the same way that I have showcased me playing the Henri, getting those 260, 270, 280k damage games. You could pretty much do the same in this tier 8 Martell, but you have to do it just a bit more cautiously. So in this game I will actually not have one of those insane damage numbers, but it will still be a pretty nice game. So here I'm trying to figure out where the main force of the enemy seem to be going, because in all these cruisers with high damage output, you always want to try and go to the flank where the majority of the enemy force are going, because you want to have as much health pool as possible to farm. Now, a thing about the tier 8 Charles Martell, as you can see, I only have I think it's 17.6 range on my guns. So I have to be a bit more cautious, because closing in the range to tier 8, 9 and 10 battleships will of course have an impact on your health pool. So you can't really be just as aggressive as you are in the tier 9 or tier 10 in the Charles Martell. You have to be a bit more cautious, going dark now and then. Change your position before you open up. So as you can see, it looks like half the enemy team at least are positioned here at the A cap, and half the enemy team seems to have been going to the C cap. Meanwhile, it's pretty much me, the Yin Yang, and the Republic on this flank, so we don't really have that much support. So of course you have to be a bit cautious. This would actually be a pretty great game if I was in my tier 10 on Re, because then I could have just pretty much parked right here and just farmed all these targets, using my heal to heal back some ship damage. But since I am in the Charles Martell, I don't really have that kind of stopping power that the tier 10 Henri has. So I'm trying to play a bit of a kiting role right now, just trying to slow down the enemy push, because as you can see on the minimap, the enemy team is starting to cap the B cap, and I want as many as possible from my team that are positioned at the C cap right now to maybe lend some hand trying to force the enemy team out of the B cap. The Yin Yang, I'm sorry, I can never pronounce that name with a straight face. The Yi Yang is pushing in, contesting the B cap, so of course I will try and support him as much as possible. The problem is, while doing so, I will show my broadside pretty much to every battleship and US Navy heavy cruiser on the A cap. So I have to tread pretty carefully right now. I also have a Yamato and a Moskva right in front, so it's time to turn around and start kiting again. Now of course the Charles Martell have just like the tier 9 St. Louis, only 203 caliber guns, which means that I'm not rocking the IFHE skill on this captain yet. I only slotted that after unlocking the Henri. So I will not have the same effects shooting at the Moskvas and Stalingrads in this ship like I have in my Henri. Our destroyer that was very brave and pushed into the B cap to try and retake it, unfortunately succumbed to all the enemy fire, because the enemy team are really pushing in hard into the B cap. And as you can see, I'm not really sure about what my team is doing right now. I'm pinging the minimap because we have like 4 ships playing Ring Around the Rosie with 1 ship, and I don't really feel that that is the best way to use your resources, especially when the enemy team is trying to take the B cap from us. Having 4 ships circling around an island to deal with 1 ship instead of maybe helping the rest pushing the enemy fleet out of the B cap should probably have been a better plan, but what can you say? It's randoms. You can't really expect that much from your teammates. So I'm trying to have this island between me and the Yamato, even though I'm spotted and he probably can shoot me from here. I'm trying to play this as carefully as possible. Now, as you can see, I am the ship closest to the enemy fleet. I have my friendly Republic behind me, so I can't really stay here for too long. That said, I want to try and damage this Yamato, set as many fire as possible on him for as long as I can. Now finally the 4 ships that was playing Ring Around the Rosie at the sea cap has actually managed to kill that one ship that they were fighting, so I'm just hoping that they maybe start to push down towards the B cap now. Now I can't really push into the south part of the map because we have a lot of ships that are not spotted, like a Des Moines and a Bismarck. We also have a Moskva and a Yamato in the B cap that I would probably show my broadside to. So I have to play a bit cautiously. I'm trying to get a fix on where the Yamato is heading. I have 9-kilometer torps. They're not really that fast or not really that good, but you never know. I dropped some torps towards the A cap because I don't really know exactly where the enemy Shimakaze is. It was spotted a while back inside the B cap, but if I were the Shimakaze, I would probably go straight out on this flank, trying to push me and the Republic and pretty much create a crossfire situation on us. Also, I could probably hit the enemy Des Moines if he pushes up stealth like from the A cap. So you never know. You should shoot off your torps as often as possible. Sometimes they will hit something. So I managed to kill off the Yamato that I was working on for quite a while. But we really need the B cap. We have one ship more than the enemy team, but we also have an enemy Republic that is pushing quite aggressively into a possible crossfire situation, so I'm not really sure how long we will have him left alive on the team. So I'm just slowly creeping towards the opening in the B cap, trying to get a fix on when or where I get detected. I'm not really sure if the enemy Shimakaze is just waiting for me to pop around the corner to blap me with 3 torp salvos. I have a friendly Des Moines pushing up behind me, so I'm hoping he is using his radar to detect the Shimakaze. The Shima was detected right beside this mountain, so I'm guessing that he was pretty much just sitting, waiting for anyone to try and push in. Now we have a couple of really low health enemy targets. So of course killing them off will tip the scale to our advantage. So I managed to burn down the low health Bismarck, which bought us at least some time. But we really need to start making a difference here really soon. The problem is we have a enemy Des Moines, also a enemy Shimakaze still in the B cap, and I'm not really armored enough to deal with those two ships in a combination. I'm not having any hydroacoustic search on this ship as well, so I can't really spot the Shimakaze's torps. I think the friendly Republic is punishing this Des Moines, so I'm just trying to help him out. I managed to secure the kill, and now I feel I really need to start pushing to the B cap to just pause the ticket bleed for the moment. Hopefully I are able to survive the enemy Shimakaze. I'm just waiting to get detected at any moment right now. I have the enemy Moskva to my left. I don't really want to show broadside to him when he clears the island. We have a low health enemy Atago and the Z-46. And I just spotted the Shimakaze torps. I think it was only 2 torp salvos. And that is something that is really, really important to keep track of. How many torps have a destroyer sent? So knowing what kind of armament they have is, of course, extremely important. Especially since I'm not having any hydroacoustic search on this ship. So I know that the Z-46 could have possibly sent torps to this side of the island as well, and I'm also counting on the enemy Shimakaze having at least 1 salvo of torps left. So I'm being a bit cautious, going slow around, trying to wait out the Shimakaze. He will probably be a bit stressed and try and send it at the last possible moment. Meanwhile, I'm taking some nice pot shots on the Z. And here comes the rest of the torps. And it looks actually like he has reloaded all 3. So now I know the Shimakaze is empty and the Moskva is dead, so I don't really have to fear his broadside as well. So now I know I can just go full speed ahead and I will catch up to the enemy Shimakaze and I will kill him, because the Shimakaze can't outrun a French cruiser with speed boost. Don't really know why the Des Moines is following me around instead of going the other way, but I guess he doesn't want the kill. So he should pop up at this moment, and there he is. And that is kill number 5, securing me the Kraken Unleashed. Not really a big damage number game, but still very satisfying. It looks like the enemy Shimakaze was rocking the 20-kilometer torps. And I don't really know why, if there is a lot of new players that just recently unlocked the Shimakaze, but for some reason I feel like you see a lot of Shimakaze with 20-kilometer torps nowadays. Maybe I have missed something. Maybe they have buffed the concealment or something on the 20 km torps. But last time I played the Shima, the 20-kilometer torps was pretty useless because they could be spotted from the moon pretty much. And the F3, the 8 kilometers, even though they are quite crazy, YOLO and fun, they're not really viable in this meta with all the radars and hydras. So the most players I know that played Shimakaze for a while play with the 12 kilometers. So all in all, a pretty good game in the tier 8 Charles Martell. But as you can see, it's pretty much the same basic playstyle as I covered in my Charles Martell, my Henri videos. You have pretty much the same strength at the St. Louis, but without the heal. So I wanna thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Please leave a like and a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more amazing gameplays. Until next time guys, have a good one. Bye bye.